Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. How's everybody doing? I hope all is well in your little corner of the world, wherever you find yourself today. Turn the music down just a hair here. Oh, that's a little too much. All right. Thank you once again. And we're going to do some stretch and breathe gentle yoga. It's ideal for seniors. It's also ideal for anybody who just wants to take it gentle on themselves, feel better, and stretch and breathe and give themselves a break. Yeah, that's what we're all about here at Yoga with Lisa. Hi, Jane. Namaste up there. Miss you. Come back soon. Okay, let's begin with our hands in prayer pose. Close the eyes. Find your center, the center of your true self, and allow yourself the luxury of giving yourself a break. Give love, honor your true self, accept yourself as you are without judgment, without critique, without commentary, just love. Fill your heart with love and gratitude. Breathe in and exhale it all out. We'll just let the hands drift down to rest wherever is easy and drop the head. Release the back of the neck, release the shoulders, and begin to sway left and right. Remember, everything we're going to do together for the next hour or 58 minutes, it looks like, is super gentle, and always it passes through your inner yoga teacher. So anything I suggest, if it doesn't feel right, hi Ellis, love you, thank you. Anything I suggest as we go through these different poses and movements and postures, if it doesn't feel right for you, you're certainly welcome to modify it to make it right for you. Or just wait and rest and catch us up on the other side. And I see Audrey and Greg are with us. Love you guys. Namaste. All right. So our head is hanging down and we're swaying. And we'll slow the movement down. Connect breath to movement. Breathing in as you move one way. Breathing out as you move the other way. And just take a scan of the body as you sway left and right. And notice if anything is feeling like you're holding it in. And try to let it go. Think about your belly or your hips. If anything needs to be adjusted, do it now. And we're just going to take it easy on ourselves today. So back to the center. Let that head hang. Round your back. Slump your shoulders. And let your head drop way down in front of your chest, or maybe even in front of your tummy. Let's look for balance in this posture. Rounded back, dropped head. Balance and release. And when you're ready, you can take one hand back to the back of the neck and just give yourself a little massage there at the base of the neck, or maybe up by the base of the skull, at the top of the neck. If you want, you can use both hands. Let them just go wherever your body says needs a little bit of massage or comfort or love. And when you're done, sit tall and reach wide. So we're going to have the arms reaching out like a capital letter Y. Turn the hands palm up and flex the wrists. Keep breathing and lift your face. And slowly bring the hands back and down, all the way down. Just the right arm, back, all the way back, and down. Past your hip and forward. Breathe in, reach up, take it back, exhale. Breathe in, reach up and back. And let that be whatever your movement is. Some people may not have as much movement in the shoulder as I'm showing you here. So whatever is your shoulder movement, accept it with love, breathe into it, work with what you've got. Or if it just feels wrong, just wait. Focus on your center. Let's take the other hand forward, up, all the way back, reaching back and down. Exhale as you come down. Inhale as you reach up. Slow is better. Always a little bit more controlled and keeping you right there with that movement, with that breath, in the moment, in the movement, connecting this moment to your breath and your gratitude. One more time, reach it up, all the way back as far as it'll go, and down. All right, let's just swing the arms back and crisscross in front of the chest. Crisscross one way and then the other, and breathe it out as you crisscross. Let's go 3 more times on each side. 1, 2, 3. All right, shake the hands. Shake them in any way that feels good or releasing or helpful or healing. Shake, shake, shake. Awesome. Let's stretch the legs out now. Take a moment to pull the flesh away from your sitting bone. If that's something that suits you and serves you. A lot of people don't need it, but a lot of us do need it in order to connect the torso and the body's weight into the earth through a nice stable point there at the points of your pelvis. Let's flex the ankles. If you feel like you can't get your knees straight, then I suggest you put a pillow or a blanket underneath your knees so that they have a little support and something to push against, so you feel a little bit of something connecting with something at the back of the knees. So let's flex the ankles. Extend the legs in any way that works for you and reach the arms up. We're going to reach the fingertips up towards the top of the clock. The hips are at the middle of the clock, and we're reaching for the 12. Flex those ankles and reach up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, we're just going to take the hands to 12:30. Look down towards your toes. We want the neck straight here. Reach up. Breathe in. Reach a little taller for me if you can. And then exhale, let's go to the 1 o'clock. And keep looking down at your feet or your ankles or your knees so your neck is straight. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, come down to 1:30. We're taking it slow, little steps. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, come to the 2 o'clock position, whatever that means to you. No worries. Reach and breathe. Exhale, 2:30. Reach and breathe. This is almost a horizontal reach. Reach, reach, reach. And then we go to 3 o'clock, which should be a more or less horizontal reach. You're looking down at your knees, reach with the top of your head and your fingertips, reach, reach, reach. And then I'm going to give you an option. You can put your hands on your legs and push yourself up, or you can come up through the strength of your back and belly and torso. Reach it up, breathe in, and hands come down. Awesome, thank you for that. Looks like we got some, hey, Bitsy's with me this morning. Bitsy, thank you, man, love you. All right, and Kathy, hi Kathy, awesome, it's a good Tuesday. All right, we're gonna try a nice straddle stretch here. And again, as I say, pull the flesh away from your sitting bones if that's something that helps you connect to the earth. And let your straddle be whatever works for you. So take the hands on top of the thighs and we'll just start to stroke from hips towards the knees or towards the ankles. And exhale. Breathe it in and out and in and out. Actually press the heel of your hand right into the top of that quad as you go across the top of that muscle. It's one of the biggest muscles in the body. Let's give it some love. Breathe in, up, exhale, push it down. All right, this time just the right hand is going to reach and the body comes over. So maybe you get to your ankle or your toes here. Go as far as you feel good and then reach the other hand straight up towards the ceiling and look up at it if you can. We're going to try and bring this shoulder back and look up at the ceiling so we open the chest a little bit. If you want, you can have your hand on your ankle or on the floor, and you can almost use it as a bit of leverage if you want. So open that chest, reach up with the top hand and breathe in At the same time, think about this beautiful side bend and the stretch that you feel on the opposite side of the body from the armpit down towards the hip on this side body. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe in and look up. 3 breaths here. Take your time. Settle into the stretch. And then we're going to let that top hand reach towards the ceiling and pull the whole body up with that reach, up towards the ceiling. Bring that hand down. And we'll go back to stroking the top of the legs from hips to knees or past the knees perhaps. Nice push with the heel of the hand and breathe. This is your time to take care of you. I'm just here to give a few suggestions. I really am blessed by knowing that you're there, connected to us all through our yoga, through our awareness, through our open hearts, bright eyes, beautiful smiles. I am so honored to be a part of your lives. All right, let's take the hands in up by the hips and just the other hand going down for a side stretch. Reach your opposite hand up towards the ceiling and look up. Push the shoulder back just a hair. Maybe use leverage against the leg on that lower hand. And we look up and open the chest. Breathe in and reach. 3 long, slow, deep, full breaths in and out. Let's take that top hand and reach towards the ceiling, an active reach. Reach it up and pull the whole body up with that reach. And then float that arm down. Great. Okay, hands to the floor just in front of your knees. Let's actually take a minute to put your hands on your knees on the inside and just push the legs out a little bit. So you're sort of rotating the hip bones in the hip sockets, the femur in the hip sockets, the thigh bone. Push it out and let it go. Push it out and let it go. All right, now hands to the floor in front of your knees. Look down. Take a step forward with the hands. And gently bend the elbows to bring the body a little closer to the floor and push back. So this is a straddle forward fold, and it may be very small movement for some of you. Take your time and breathe with the movement. And you should just feel a lovely stretch in the inner thigh. If you can manage to get your back really straight and push your belly towards the floor, then you feel that stretch all the way through the hips. So that's something you might want to think about or work on. It's certainly not required. Just a little movement here, and let it be whatever you need right now to release, to relax, to feel better. Let everything go. Breathe in when you're up, and exhale as you come forward. Two more times. Breathe in, up, exhale, forward fold. Time, take your time, slow it down. Alright, push it all the way back and float the arms up and overhead. Reach up, breathe in. Let's pull some apples out of the tree. And both hands float up again. Big breath in, slowly exhale the arms all the way down to the floor. And we'll bring those legs in now. And get ready to roll onto your back. Leaving the knees up, heels close to the hips. And arms can go wherever feels comfortable. We're going to let the knees go left. Turn the head to the right, unless that's difficult for your neck. notice the sensation. We've built up a little spinal twist here as the knees go left and the head turns right. Try to release everything up and down the spine. Relax the muscles, those tiny muscles on either side of the spinal cord. Let everything sink down into the floor. Feel the softness in your entire body as gravity wins and we release ourselves down to the earth. If anything doesn't feel quite right, if maybe your knees don't feel right, you can walk your feet to a different position and find a way to make this feel like it's helping you gain health and comfort in the body. Take a nice big breath in through the nose, and then let all your tension exit with that big exhalation. Blow out through the lips. Nice. Bring those knees up and all the way over to the other side now, turning the knees to the right. Let's turn the head to the left, unless that's difficult for your neck or shoulders or something doesn't feel right. You don't have to do it. I just give you my suggestions. I know that you're wise enough to use them in a way that benefits you. Everybody's different. I can't know what issues you have in your tissues, but you do. And I trust that you'll know what to do. You're wise enough to tune into yoga twice a week, so something must be going right for you. Breathing in. Release and exhale. Lovely. All right. Bring your body's weight back to the center. And let's bring the knees up into the air and circle the ankles. Lift those legs up and just circle your ankles. And bring the hands up, circle the wrists. Flex the ankles and wrists. Flex and point. Flex and point. So when the feet point, the toes point up towards the ceiling like a ballerina's feet. When the hands point, they come all the way over, almost like the head of a flamingo. Back and forth, breathe. And we're going to hold the flex and then bend the knees and elbows. Bring it down, push it back up and point. Flex, down, up, and point. Flex, down, push it up, and point. Let's go 10 more times just like that. Push it up. That's 10. Flex, down, push it up and point. 9. Flex, down, push it up and point. 8. Flex, down, up for 7. Flex, down, and up. That's 6. Flex, bring it down, push it up and point. 5. Flex, down, and up. 4. Flex, down, up. 3. Flex, and down. Bring it up. That's 2. And last one. Flex, bring it down, push it up and point. Let's bring the head off the floor. Reach the fingertips and toes towards the ceiling and the top of your head. Maybe your shoulders and hips are elevated off the floor a little bit. Reach it up. Keep breathing. Reach up. it all down. Stretch out on the ground. Allow that yoga mat to be used. Stretch your arms and legs out. Release everything. Woo. Release, release, release. Let everything come down, resting on the earth. Trusting your foundation. Nice job. All right, we're going to bring the hands to the floor, a little bit away from the hips. Palms turned down towards the earth, fingers spread wide, and that's just for a little bit of balance and support. Bring up your right knee and slowly start to move it in a big slow circle. Change direction, nice slow circle, big round movement. Working that hip, that ball and socket joint that you learned about in school, health class, or science, or life sciences. Let's change direction one more time. Bring it around, all the way around. Keep breathing a lot. Nice. And just bring that knee into the chest. Wrap your arms around the knee, the shin. Give it a hug. Let the knee move left and right a little bit here, opening and closing the hip. And when you're ready, stretch that leg up and interlock your fingers behind the knee or behind the thigh. Or you could use a strap if you have something like a strap that you like to use to hook your foot. Take a moment to just allow the leg to be up before you start your hamstring stretch. Start small, just an inch, and release. Slowly find that range of motion. Be gentle with yourself. Give the back of the leg time to adapt to this stretchiness that we're asking it to have. It's not used to it, so give it some time and be patient. If you want, as you bring the leg through its range of motion, you can stroke up and down with the opposite hand. Just encouraging it to find some space between the tissues. It's circulation really flowing up and down the back of the leg. And energy. Good. So find your full range of motion and acknowledge the feeling of that extreme stretch as you bring the leg close to the face. Just feel that stretch and then back away from it. Get a nice big breath in the lungs and exhale, pull it back to that point of extreme stretch and release. Exhale, inhale. We're going to hold the leg really close or right at that stretchy intensity, that therapeutic edge of your range of motion. 30 seconds, static stretch, keep breathing. Try to relax, close your eyes, just drift. This is your time. Listen to the body with love. Hear what it has to say, and say yes to any requests. Now that we've been patient, if you feel the urge to go a little deeper, you can just find that new therapeutic edge. If you don't feel the urge, stay where you are, or you can of course come out of the stretch if it's too much for you. If you feel like you are getting some good value from this stretch, let's linger here for a moment and breathe. Ready, just bend that knee, release that leg, and roll up on your side hip. Bring the foot to the floor and open your arms out from your chest, turning your head in the opposite direction if that's something that works for you. And ease into your beautiful, super healing reclined spinal twist. And adjust your arms and legs in any way that helps you be even more relaxed. We're going to stay here for 5 to 10 deep, slow breaths. We're in no hurry. Beautiful. We're going to come all the way over onto the side now and find yourself in your side resting pose. It's a little like the fetal position. Your knees are bent and stacked. Your feet are snuggled in towards each other in a comfortable overlapping position. And your upper hand rests on your hip. Your head can rest on your bicep. If you have a pillow and you want to put your head on a pillow, that's certainly okay with that. Not all of us have a pillow handy, I guess. Take a moment to just feel the body resting on the earth. Think about that lower half of your body, taking a lot of the fluids flowing down into the belly, into the chest, into the armpit, into the side of your head, even your brain, sloshing down towards the earth, creating space in the upper part of your skull, above your ear. It's nice to think about what's happening in the body and have those feelings be validated. Nice. So let's bring the fingertips up and then touch your shoulders so your elbow points up. And then lift that knee up, opening the hip. And elbow and knee touch a little bit here. All right, we're just going to toss a tennis ball to the ceiling with the arm and the leg, the hand and the foot. Gentle and loose. Toss a tennis ball up, catch it, bring it down. Toss it up, bring it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Loose and free. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach both hand and leg up. And bend the knee and just see if you can grab onto your toes and then straighten the knee. Bring it down and straighten whatever your straighten is, as straight as you can get it. I know most of you are probably getting right about here and you see me going straight and you're like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. Just move and breathe. Be easy with yourself. And no judgment, no body shaming. We don't do that here. Let the rest of the people go crazy. We're going to be happy and healthy and free. All right, let's bring that hand to the knee and bring it to the floor right in front of your chest. Take that top shoulder back. And revisit a different version of your reclined spinal twist. Release and relax. 5 to 10 deep, slow breaths. Let everything go. Listen to the body with love. When you're ready, roll on your back and let's do a long body stretch. Realign everything. Stretch the arms overhead, point the toes. Feel free to yawn or sigh, do whatever feels awesome. hands to the floor again. And we'll bring up the left knee and circle it around. Or the other knee. Perhaps you're on your right side now. I know everybody kind of takes it a little differently than the way I give it, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, we're breathing with this big slow circle. Breathe in and out. Change direction whenever you feel like it. And then we'll bring the knee up to the chest and give it a hug. Wrap your arms around your shin. Let the knee drift left and right. Open and close the hip a little bit. And while you do that, I'm going to switch around so I'm still facing the camera when I do my spinal twist. All right. Let's stretch that leg up towards the ceiling. And again, if you have a strap, you want to use that on your foot, you can. Or you can just grab your knee in your fingers, interlock them behind the knee or thigh, and just gently begin to move the leg through its range of motion. Very slow and careful. Very gentle. Aware of what is happening in the back of the leg. Creating space between all those little fibers, muscle fibers, allowing the tendons and ligaments to slowly stretch. They'll stretch if you give them time. It's not only the muscles that stretch, the connective tissue also can stretch, but you have to give it time. Let's breathe. Hold that leg close to the edge of your range of motion and just feel that intensity of stretch, and then back away from it. Take a breath. Exhale, go to that intensity again, and back away. Remember, you're working with your breath as much as you're working with your leg. And whenever you're ready, hold the leg in a place where the vibrant stretch is very much talking to you, but not painful. Hold right there and breathe 30 seconds. Try to relax, close your eyes, release everything from the hip to the heel. If you feel the urge to go a little deeper now, you can follow that urge to your new edge. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Or you can, of course, come out of the stretch if it's too much for you. If you feel like this is helpful, let's linger here for a moment and breathe deep. Whenever you're ready, release, bend the knee and bring it across the body. Foot finds the floor, and we open the arms out from the shoulders in any way that feels good. Recline spinal twist, relax and breathe deep. Let everything go. All the way up and down the spine. Let everything go. Through the hips, shoulders, arms, and legs. Release and relax. And feet, fingers and toes, the heart and the mind. Release and breathe deep. Whenever you're ready, roll onto your side. Come into that fetal position, that resting, side resting pose. Head rests on your bicep. Knees stack. Feet cuddle together. An upper arm rests on the hip. Take a moment to notice everything lowering down, pushing against the earth, creating space in the upper levels, especially the belly, the chest, the throat area, the skull. Take a moment to make sure you're feeling balanced and comfortable and released and relaxed and heavy. Let everything go. All right, let's bring the arm up, reach for the ceiling. Bend the elbow and touch your fingertips to your shoulder. Let the elbow point up. And then bring that knee up and let the elbow and knee sort of touch. Flex your ankle. All right, we're going to loosely throw the arm and leg up towards the ceiling. Loose and free, like you're tossing a tennis ball up to the ceiling and catching it, bringing it back down. Up. Let's go 10, 9, loose and free, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down and just grab onto those toes if you can. See if you can straighten the leg a little bit, reaching the heel up towards the ceiling. Take it to your max, whatever your max is. Hold right there and breathe. Bend the knee, bring everything down. The knee is going to go to the floor in front of your chest, and the top shoulder goes back to the floor. Open the arms out in any way that feels awesome, and we're back into reclined spinal twist, a little different version than the other one. And make sure you can get to any version of this reclined spinal twist that feels helpful and healing. Back to our side resting pose whenever you're ready. Eventually we're going to turn over onto the tummy. So you can start moving that way if you want. I'm going to readjust my camera and yoga mat just a little bit to be a little more on camera. So I'll meet you on the tummy in a minute. Hopefully this is going to work. Yes, there we are. Meet you on your tummy. Take your feet up into the air and just let them go left and right. All the way down to one side and then up and then all the way down to the other side. Heels are slightly flexed, ankles are slightly flexed. Just let the feet flop left and right like windshield wipers. Whenever you're ready, bring them down. Bring your feet all the way down to the floor, and we're going to come up on the elbows, elbows under shoulders, hands palm down on the floor, and you can just let your legs relax back there. Look down towards your thumbs, push your elbows into the floor, release your lower back and hips. Slowly gaze forward. And press those elbows into the floor a little more vigorously, a little more intentionally. Sphinx pose, gazing forward. Take a moment to find your drishti, a point that you're looking at that keeps your focus. point on the wall across the room for you, but maybe try and imagine that it's very distant, that your eyes are focused on something way out at the horizon beyond the walls. And we're going to collapse slowly down. Drop the head. Let it hang from your shoulders. Let your shoulders scrunch up and squeeze towards your neck. Sleeping Sphinx. Let your head be totally heavy here. Let it hang. And then just begin to shift your shoulders. One shoulder shifting forward, one shoulder shifting back. Letting the head hang. Pivoting your weight on your elbows, shifting your shoulders forward and back, one at a time. One forward, one back, and then the other way. Coming back to the center, let's elevate the face, elevate the chest, push the elbows into the floor, gaze forward, find your drishti, distant point beyond the walls. Lovely. All right, take that right hand and put it under the shoulder, and then left hand underneath the left shoulder, and lift up and back, coming to pose of a child. We're going to sit our hips back on our heels and the forehead to the floor in front of the knees. Walk your hands forward and pose of a child. Let everything relax here. Pushing your weight back towards your heels, one vertebrae at a time. Stack them up and come to sitting on your hips, right on your heels. Now, if this is not comfortable for you, you can put a pillow under your knees or in the crease behind your knees. Or you can just not sit on your heels. You can sit in any way that suits you. Take a moment to get sorted out and settled. We're just going to roll the shoulders back, forward, up by your earlobes, squeeze them back all the way, and down, 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 creating space, creating a long neck, and space between your ears and shoulders. Physically actively pull the shoulders down, while physically actively reaching the top of the head up. Change your posture. Awesome. Let's go around and around with those extreme positions in your mind. Try and achieve those extreme squeezes throughout. Breathe a lot. And then hands begin to stroke from hips to knees. Big ovals on the thighs. Squeeze the arms back. Chest comes forward. Nice. All right. Come up on your knees. And reach the arms out and up. Stretch up. Take your knees just a little bit wider so they're under the hips and not pushed together. And take one hand down to the floor, fingertips reaching for the floor, side bend. And up. Both arms reach up, breathe in. And take the other hand down, fingertips reaching for the floor, just on the outside of your knee, side bend. And reach it up. This time, take both arms down just for a little bit of security as you reach one knee out to the side. Put that foot on the floor out there. All right, this time slide the hand down towards the knee. Another hand comes up and over, side bend. I'm going to take that arm to the floor and cartwheel the other arm up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Let's see if we can lift this leg and let it hover above the floor just an inch or two. And then come on up. Nice. Back to our mini mountain pose. Reach the arms up, stretch up, breathe in. Arms come out to the side and down. Let's try straightening out the other leg. Put the foot on the floor out there. Hand slides down towards the knee and the other hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Wheel the arms, come to the floor with the first hand, second hand reaching up. And elevate that foot if you feel like you can and want to. Just an inch or two above the floor, hovering and reaching and breathing. And then we come up. Both hands reach up. And sit back down on your heels or wherever is good for you. In fact, let's actually come to cross-legged position. In whatever way is good for you. Take a moment for yourself here. Hands to prayer pose and elbows up so the whole forearm is parallel to the floor at shoulder level. Fingers spread wide with space between the fingers. We're going to press the hands together with strength. Strengthen the hands, strengthen the fingers. Push your fingertips together. Press with the arms and shoulders, hands and fingers. Even engage the muscles of the chest underneath your collarbone. Adjust your posture in a beautiful way, pushing the chest forward, pulling the shoulder blades back together, and try and use the muscles underneath your armpit on the side of the body. Activate all that whole bra strap area, front, back, sides, pushing the tips of the fingers together. Keep breathing. I'll be quiet. Concentrate and press, push. Isometrics. All right, let's let the right arm overpower the left. Push it just a little, few inches that way. And then the left arm becomes stronger and overpowers the right, pushing the hands towards the right shoulder. And then back to the center. Let's do that again. Press the right, back to the center. Press with the left, and back to the center. Awesome. Invert the hands and push through. Round the back, drop the head. Straighten your arms, push the hands forward. Slowly come back to your heart with the soft prayer hands. Stretch those legs out. And reach your hands behind your tailbone and interlock your fingers. Or grab a strap behind your tailbone with the hands as close together as you can get them and still get the arms straight. Forward fold knees to nose, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Your legs can be a little bit relaxed here. All right, beautiful. Release, come back up, toss the tail, toss your band, your strap away, and take your elbow in front of your chest. Grab it in the opposite hand and crisscross. And switch. Take your right knee and bend it up, and then go back to that crisscross. Switch sides, switch the legs, switch the arms. All right, it is time for our plank challenge. Remember, we are in September. We're doing a plank challenge every time we meet in September. And we are up to our 60-second plank challenge. So that means I get to pull out, yes, the famous whiteboard from 2 years ago or something when I made this for you guys. 60-second challenge. Can we do it? It's okay if you can't. Now remember, you can be on your knees and hands, or you can be on your elbows and feet, or you can be on your elbows and knees. So there's a lot of options. And we're just going to try and do a couple of small maneuvers because 60 seconds is a long time to hold a plank without doing anything. So what we're going to do is see if we can touch the shoulder and bring the hand right back down. Touch the shoulder and bring the hand right back down. So we're gonna do a little bit of working with our arms while we're in our plank. So I'm gonna be on my hands and feet, but you can be on your knees and hands, or you can be on your elbows and feet. Elbows and feet is a really good plank. The low plank, the classic low plank. All right, so get ready, here we go. We have the clock looking like it's ready. Have our hands in our push-up position and go. This clock is ticking. Bring those hips down a little bit. Arch the middle of the upper back up towards the ceiling. Look down between your thumbs. And you're already a quarter of the way through the 60-second plank challenge. Time to start doing something special. Let's try right hand touches right shoulder. And back down. Left hand touches left shoulder. And back down. Hold your plank. Let's try right hand touches left shoulder. And back down. Left hand touches right shoulder. And back down. Guess what? You're 3/4 of the way through the 60-second plank challenge. Let's spend the last 15 seconds pushing the heels back, hips down, and gazing between the thumbs. Push those heels back, feel the stretch in your calves. And you have done it. 60 seconds. Well done. We're back up to where we were when we were doing this regularly, and maybe we shouldn't stop. If you think that that's something we should keep going through September, October, November, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to hearing what's on your mind and what you think is going to be beneficial and helpful to you. All right, after that plank, I feel like we need a little something for the shoulders, so let's reach one arm up and then just drop the fingers down by the back of the neck. The other hand reaches up to find that elbow and just gently suggest it goes a little bit behind your head. And if you want, you can even stretch a little bit to accentuate the stretch in the tricep and armpit down to the side. Open both arms up, capital Y. Breathe in, exhale, and fingertips to opposite elbow. And a little side stretch if that suits you. Open up. And let's do it again. Open up. Exhale and tricep stretch. Beautiful. Open up, bring those arms down, swing them around the body again like we did at the beginning. Crisscross in front. And release pressure, stress, anxiety, worry. Let it all go with a nice exhalation. All right, so we're going to try a sideways entry into pigeon pose today. Come into a half straddle and then turn to face the bent knee. So both hands are going to come to the floor by that knee, and this leg is going to turn under. So we're going to bend the knee and pick it up a little bit and turn it under. And then maybe walk your foot back and shift everything to go facing towards that bent knee. This foot is going to come out to the side a little bit. So it's not tucked in at your groin. It's off to the side just a hair. This leg, turn it under. So the front of your quad is on the floor. So here we go, turning into a side entrance into the pigeon pose. If you like and you want to, you can try a little bit of a movement through the hips like a rock left and right. onto your hips and back to that side half straddle. How was that? Let's switch the legs. Half straddle the other way. And then hands to the floor by your bent knee, one on either side of the knee. This back leg, bend the knee up a little bit and come around onto the top of that quad back there. Walk the foot back. This front foot, walk it out to the side just a little bit. And we face in the direction of the bent knee. And here we are in our side entrance to pigeon pose. Let's sway. Rocking back, coming back to face sideways, and the legs can come out. You can take a minute to let the knees be up and the feet on the floor, and come back on your elbows, hands on the floor, palm down, fingers spread wide. And just tuck your chin in towards your chest and allow the body to sink down on those elbows. Gazing at your hips or your knees, allowing them back to sink down towards the floor. Releasing the tension that's in the mid-back and upper back, and maybe even the lower back. From here we're going to look left and right, shifting the shoulders. Looking left and right, one shoulder shifts forward, one shoulder shifts back. Let's take the left leg up into the air and bend it and kick the ceiling a few times. Straighten the leg, lower and lift with a straight knee. All right, bring that back down to the floor. Other leg kicks up, 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 up. Kick the ceiling a few more times. And then straight leg, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift, and lower and lift. Let's go to Savasana. Stretch those legs out, lower yourself down on the floor, turn your hands palm up. Sort yourself out so you're feeling very balanced and released. Notice the breath. Let the breath be deep from the belly. Fill the belly with air. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale like a balloon deflating. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga today. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And remember, we're praying for peace, working for love. Thank you so much to Relax Daily, Michael the pianist, playing for us this hour. Take your peaceful and joyful and balanced feeling with you throughout the day. Namaste.